Shalewa Sharpe, a comedian from Atlanta, born and raised. She currently resides in Brooklyn. Her comedy albums, So You Just Out Here and Stay Eating Cookies, are out. She can be seen on HBO's Two Dope Queens and Comedy Central's The New Negroes, and her solo show, Don't Reach in the Bag. On the internet, she is at Silky Jumbo. Next, we have Courtney Maginnis, a comedian and actress also from Brooklyn. She has been featured in sketches for Comedy Central and College Humor. And she has a weekly podcast, The Narcissistas. Go check it out. And last but not least, we have Denise Manning. She's an activist, musician, and stand-up comic from Austin, Texas. Fun fact, Denise was the voiceover for the 2012 McDonald's Super Bowl commercial. YouTube that shit. She was in the New York Times Critics' Pick production of What to Send Up When It Goes Down, and the opening act for Tim Meadows. You can find her on Instagram at Denise_Manning. So you all identify as women, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it different being a woman in comedy?
Well, you usually make that sigh before
Yeah,
you. That's a large part of being a woman in comedy is a heavy sigh before speaking. Always start our sets with it.
Yeah. And after, and then with a glass of wine.
Yeah. It is interesting to have to be, the woman on the show. You know, you gotta have one.
Yeah, people are looking for it now. Yeah, that's nice.
When I started, I felt like I would be the only girl in the room, so you feel very like, I gotta be funny. And then you would sometimes have to follow a rape joke, which is hilarious.
Or you have to follow 7 minutes of rape jokes.
Yes.
Or 20 minutes of rape jokes. And then, and this will still happen, and then when you are introduced, hey, we got a woman on the show.
That's right.
Like the host is prepping the crowd. Like, don't.
She might mention her period.
We know, we are aware that she has wandered onto the stage. We're just gonna let her talk for a few minutes. So sit tight, order your drinks, loudly go to the bathroom. All of that during her set, but we know she's here. So it was just kind of like and then here's this broad.
Yeah. This is a good time for a bathroom break. It's better. Or people will be surprised when you do well. Like, ooh, a lady.
Yeah. My favorite is when they come on after you and they're like, well, wasn't that just Susan B. Anthony off a bike? And you're like,
she had pants on.
Right, I'm feeling the little range of her thighs. Women are wild.
It's like being the token person, several of you are black also, and I feel like it's that.
Yeah, we out here.
Fun.
Several of the blacks are here. I've been told, have you been told point blank?
Whoa!
Just like, we're out here. Very sneaky squirrel. I've been told point blank. Well, we had you because we noticed we didn't have any black people or women.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, whoa, so you're paying me double. Double the drink tickets. Double the drink tickets. We don't get paid. We do not make money. So it's double. That's all the ginger ale I can handle.
Is it like a diversity coupon? 2 for 1. Like, you have a uterus and you can't vote. Come on, yeah. Take that back and racism.
A lot of times people will be like, we don't have a basic bitch on the show. You free?
I take it covered. Okay.
Sometimes I get mad at how quickly I go, I'll be there. Sometimes I feel like I'm supposed to take a stand.
Yeah, no, not
Well, I just
that
take
activism.
the spot. Yeah.
Stage time is stage
Stage
time.
time is
Stage time.
You just keep getting funny.
Yeah, right. I'll take
Malcolm
it.
X and comedy, honey. Left that out my bio, but it's okay.
I'm like the Pamela Anderson of comedy.
How so?
Just hot as fuck.
What do you see as the future for like comedy and being a female in that world?
I think the future is definitely ownership, like owning our own content, like producing like this. This is amazing. Congratulations for all of it. This is the future. You know, it's this right now. But yeah, truly, just like women on both sides of stand up, as well as producing it, as well as being in it, and I feel like that's the world that we're shifting to.
I think it's the beginning of the uprising.
Yeah.
And I say that I say that to say this. We've been chilling, just letting dudes dictate a lot of stuff. And now we are starting to look around and realize, first, there are actually more of us than there are men.
Let's get him.
So fire up the torches, but and you can see that just from a live when you're doing a show and you're looking at the audience. There are a lot of women. There are usually more women, and they are the ones who are more open to whatever it is anyone has to say, because women have already unfortunately been trained to listen to men no matter what. So already we're kind of listening to their set. But then more women are coming out, and now we are intently listening to their sets. And so it's changing the makeup of the audience. The audience is now dictating more of what they want. So, and I mean, you know, the women, we make a lot of money. You know what I mean? We got a lot of college. Not us. No. The women. I'm not. The other women. The beautiful women who are out here just for real running things. And I think that's what you can see the shift in an audience too as you're telling your jokes, and the women are feeling the power of it, and they're laughing, and guys just look gobsmacked, like I don't even, what is this? There are so many jokes that I have that depending on the makeup of the crowd, I have a line that I have to toss in to explain to men what I'm talking about, and then sometimes I look at the audience, I was like, oh, I don't need it tonight. They know. They're gonna know.
Yeah.
And then and I just want, and we're getting close to the point where I just won't say that line.
Yeah.
And you know, guys are gonna have to do their Googles.
I found like
Do you see that the men are also shifting and being more open? Because I found that as well, especially with
that is
No,
as
maybe.
they're yeah, younger, like the generations that are coming up for sure. You know, your younger millennials, and then what's after millennials? Is it Y? Is it Z? Is it AA? I don't know where we're.
Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yeah,
That sounds right.
Yeah, those they definitely are, because they've seen the effects of outward toxic masculinity. Now, inward toxic, you know, they're gonna have to work with that on their own. But outwardly, so we're seeing just that overall shift in men. And then, I mean, once you throw in how fluid gender is and all that stuff, and women tend to be more accepting of that than men. Like, we're just gonna, I mean, come on, dude, y'all just gonna have to step it up. Yeah. So that's what that's
Just a revolution. That's
ultimately just a real mild evolution.
Well, thank you, ladies, so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us. This is fantastic.